I'm happy and sad to say that Alicia is no longer missing. We found her after about 6 hours in a field near our house, about 2 blocks away, where a land developer had left some abandoned houses on some property that he owned, and there was a camp there. Darren Sanford was a level 3 sex offender, which means that he was most likely to reoffend. And he was let out of prison, left to roam with a GPS bracelet around his ankle. It's still hard to think about, but at least they have something in place. A way to track them if anything like this happens. Every time that I hear about a missing child, a case like Lindsey's or like Kyron Horman's, who's very close to where I live, I can't help. The first thing I do every morning when I get up is turn on the news for any new information. And I don't know that any of you out there who don't have missing children or children who've been taken from you feel the same way. But I want you to know that even though it's in the back of your mind that this could happen and that this does happen, and even though it seems so far away, and it's on the news sometimes, it's happened to a friend of yours, that the possibility that it could happen to you are very, very, very real. It's not a news story. It's real life. It's happening to real people. And there are so many resources available to you to, maybe it's not a guarantee, maybe it's not 100% that your child will be safe, but to help give you peace of mind and to just give you an edge over the predators. I want you to take advantage of every resource that is available to you, because after we lost Lissy, we were contacted by agencies, we scoured the internet, we talked to local law enforcement. There are hundreds of people out there whose sole purpose in life it is to help protect your children. I want you to think about that. And I want you to go home with a little more knowledge. And I just want you to just think a little harder. I want this to be closer to the forefront of your mind than it was before you came here. And that's all I ask. Thank you for coming.
Carissa Thomas, this is my son Apollo Green. I'll let him start. What do you want to say?
Apollo saved the day.
Do we have an applause? Rock on. Terrifying isn't the word. They don't make a word for this. My story keeps Apollo safe at home, but my heart and my mind And my prayers and my thoughts have always been with all of the children that are still out there or that came home in a different position. Teach your children that they are powerful, no matter what their age. Teach your children how to fight back, how to get away. Teach them the moves that they need to make. Something that I found very interesting that I'd like to share with the public. The man that was forcing Apollo away from our house has severe mental illness. He is now in custody, thanks to my husband, Henry Thomas. The mentally ill, it's hard to be mentally ill. And it's hard to be a victim of the mentally ill, the ones that do that. But the victims and the public have rights. And you may not know how many rights we do have because nobody tells us them. Most of the police officers did not know that the civil commitment hearings that happen exactly 72 hours after an incident are public. Nobody I've talked to knew that. Apparently, we were the only ones that have ever been to one. And that's why he's still there. Apollo was his 13th victim. He's never had a conviction because nobody shows up. Please read the laws and teach your children. Thank you.